I don't agree with the 9 take. I liked 9.
Oh,
Last Jedi was the worst in the franchise by a country mile.
see, I feel like there's two schools of thought. Either you hate episode 8 or you hate episode 9, and it's like you can't really do both. I feel because it's like
No.
either you agree with Ryan Johnson's direction or you don't, and
Yeah.
that's really where the problem is. And I'm personally like I thought the Last Jedi was okay.
Which
and
one
there was,
had
it
the
had a lot of
casino?
flaws. That was the Last Jedi.
That was
That
the
shit
last-
sucked.
Fuck that.
that whole scene, that whole sequence was
That was
god
terrible.
awful.
So my issue. So to me, Episode 8 is my least favorite Star Wars film.
Sure.
And then 9 comes up after because they spent 9 cleaning up so much about 8,
right.
which screwed it up. 9 could have been a great film or a
Mhm.
fine film, but they had to retcon or fix so much that you spent half the movie. And I've seen other TV shows
Mhm.
that will spend an entire season fixing last
Yeah.
year's
100%.
things and sequels that do the same thing. So that's why those.
Princess Leia Supermaning back to the
That
ship.
was god awful.
You know what? No, hold on. But that was a moment where I felt very vindicated, where I was like, ha, I knew it.
Right.
Because
right,
I
right.
always, Yoda said there was 2.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
there is
man, what a
another.
fucking
But did he
hokey way to
mean
do
Luke or
that,
Leia?
dude. Like,
Yeah.
I
that's
know.
insane.
I
Like,
was
you
way
haven't-
too in the hype. When I saw it again, I was like,
Right.
oh, God.
But you know what? Star Wars Visions
Yes.
with the one from Studio Trigger, where they have the lightsaber battle outside the ship.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Oh man. Okay, I'm
That
not gonna
sounds
spoil it.
fucking
It's
awesome.
fucking amazing. But at least that came out after that gave us like, okay, maybe it is possible that some Jedi can like survive in the vacuum of space.
Right.
Plo Koon.
Yeah, exactly. So I
Plo
thought
Koon
that
can
was like
survive out there.
I was like, all right, at least they brought something else into the universe that lets us kind of relax a little bit about the Leia thing.
Mhm.
But I agree, there was so much trash to that. Wasn't 8 the one, however, where what's her name stays on the ship
Yep.
and light speeds
Yes.
into
That
the
was fucking awesome.
that
That was so cool.
see, that's the problem with 8 is
Mhm.
that they have hits and misses.
Oh, for
and the
sure.
misses are the worst.
And
Yeah.
the hits
But
are
that
the
hit
best.
was
Great.
fire.
Yeah.
And the fact that they respected that there's no sound in space
Yep.
Yeah.
in that, where you just have a blast of light and the ship punching this giant fucking the whole wing of that thing off, and there's no sound to it. I thought that blew me away because I watched it in
Yes.
theaters, and to me, that's one of the greatest moments in
Yeah.
Star Wars and maybe sci-fi. And a lot of people laughed at that and said, well, then why wouldn't there just be like light speed missiles?
Right.
Why wouldn't there be light speed weapons? Like, because if it's so devastating,
Mhm.
then that would be the ultimate weapon. You just put them on every ship, have a torpedo that just fucking goes light speed.
Right. Or an
Um,
unmanned ship that can just do that.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Like kamikaze drones and stuff. But whatever, we can make arguments of like, oh, the drive has to be of a
Yeah.
certain size and complexity to achieve light speed and things
Sure.
like that. But
Someone
whatever.
has to manually put in the control.
But
Whatever.
still, the visceral response I
Oh,
had
yeah.
to that moment,
Yeah.
it says everything, I think.
It was intense.
It
I
was,
remember
yeah.
when I went to the theaters to see it, the theater that I went to, and then I heard other theaters in Orlando had done this too. They had to put up signs that they printed out, and they said at one point in this film, at such and such minutes, there will be no audio. It is not a
broken.
glitch. It is
Yeah.
not broken. Please don't ask for
It's-
a refund.
Yeah,
It is
yeah.
for theatrical
Yeah, you
effect.
can
Yeah.
blame the vacuum of space for that one. You don't
And
get
I
to-
could hear people gasp
Yeah, that was a huge
in the
moment.
silence.
That was a huge moment.
I think it was unbelievable.
That was
But
incredibly effective.
yeah, so,
It's just one of those things where like, yeah, I think the whole point about, oh, why don't they do that all the time? That's a valid criticism, but like,
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. Like, I don't care why they don't, like, I don't know. Star Wars is one of those things where it's like, it doesn't really have to make sense. Like, I don't
It
know.
shouldn't have to.
Yeah.
We can be fantastical with it, and
Yeah,
we
yeah.
can have fun.
Yeah, it's one. Yeah, I'm like, they did it once. That's fine. I don't need to know why the Galactic Federation doesn't have an armada of ships that can do that. Like, it's whatever. It was a
Yeah.
cool moment, and I appreciated it for what it was.
yeah.
But yeah,
Just use a droid in a junk cam with a hyperdrive. Yeah.
R4 next.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god, can you imagine if our units just had like
Oh, Jesus
fucking
Christ.
light speed drives? It would just like
That'd be
fucking
hilarious.
oh my god.